You're listening to Boomer and the Beard, the pulse of Americana, with your beautiful bearded host, Zach Walker, Alabama's best no-holds-barred, constitutionally conservative, Christ-centered talk radio. If that don't fire you up, then your wood's wet. Now, it's time for your bearded host, Zach Walker.
Good morning. Welcome into Boomer and the Beard. Let's go. Let the song play. Come on. Hey. Is that sweet, sweet honey on my lips? Is like the sound of the symphony to my ears? Is like holy water. Good morning. Welcome into Boomer and the Beard. I'm Zach Walker, your big, beautiful, bearded host. So glad to be back with you after the weekend that we had. We got a lot to do today. We got to do a weekend update all the way around. Got to make sure everyone had a good weekend. We got to update you on. Let's see. We had a little softball tournament this weekend. Played a little ball. Played a little ball. Gotta tell you about angry young softball guy and his one appearance that he made this weekend. For those of you that don't know, that is my alter ego that comes out every time I play softball. We got to talk about him. He made one appearance. It was a relatively minor appearance, but I may have called an old man a fat A in anger. But outside of that, a pretty clean appearance. You know, pretty good weekend. I mean, he was fat, and he was running his mouth, and I just had to let him know, and, you know, hey, man, you should probably shut up, because you're old and fat. He shut up. I mean, he didn't say anything else, so there's that. He tried to get one parting shot in, and I had to shut that down, too, and then I just said scoreboard. And we ended it there. So we'll talk through some of that, get you some updates on Team Cookie Dough Magic as we took the field this weekend in the NSA Worlds there in what was supposed to be Decatur, which turned out to be Coleman because of the rain and the snow. And Decatur has a tendency to not let anyone on their fields if you sneeze on them, and they're a little protective of their fields, and so we ended up in Coleman. But we'll talk through all that, I'm sure, as we bring the boys in. Let's get the team on the field. We've got Jonah, we've got Ty, we've got Bro Montana, Master Control, and producer Connor on the ones and twos. Jonah, Ty, how are we?
Good.
Sorry, Jonah, I had to mute your microphone because you were chewing. Ty, I had to mute your microphone because you were wearing out those goldfish, and it just it doesn't sound very good in the microphone.
Good morning, Zacchaeus.
Morning, buddy. You're unmuted now, Ty.
Okay, good.
You're welcome to join us as long as you're not eating.
So Zacchaeus came out.
Let's eat in the break. Zacchaeus, no.
What's this guy's name?
No. Zacchaeus is that's a bad thing. When I'm playing sports, it's angry young when it's softball, it's angry young softball guy. If you've ever heard the Jim Rome, we listened to it on the show here. Jim Rome did a bit about it, and Zacchaeus is more like in real life. Zacchaeus is more like my wife or my son. Like, that's like you're being a bad dad, you're being a bad husband. When I'm out playing the old softball. Look, I couldn't stand it.
Deep off in the sand.
I mean, look, that's right. We were out in these mean streets, in Coleman, and my street cred was on the line, and I had to let him know. He was talking trash to my third baseman. He hit a ball on the ground. My third baseman kind of booted it, but still picked it up and threw him out by a mile. And he turned around and said, "You didn't want none of that."
Oh, good.
Like as if to say, I hit it so hard you couldn't handle it. And I said, "Say, man, he just threw you out." He was like, "Yeah, but he booted it." I was like, "Yeah, and he still picked it up and threw your fat tail out." He was like, "Well, I'm 43. I'm like, "I can see that. And for 43, you struggling to get down the line, homie. You pretty big.
And you still out."
He was like, "I bet you won't talk that trash." I was like, "Hey, Tubby, come here. Come on over here, Tubby. See if you, hey, Hey, Tommy! As he walked away, Tommy! Tommy, come back! I'm right here. I was just waiting for him.
I work out.
Look, I'm not. I mean, I said nothing. I instigated nothing yesterday, which is new for me. When I get on softball field, I get a little competitive. I didn't instigate anything, but I'm gonna protect my people.
New year, new me.
I'm gonna protect my people.
Working out.
Wouldn't you? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I was just. I mean, it didn't have to escalate. He kept chirping. If he'd have just shut his mouth when the logic card was played, right? Let's imagine we're playing a game of cards at the softball game, right? Once I played the logic card, logical people will be like, you know what? You're right. If I run my mouth after I get out and I'm losing, okay, that's in the last game of the day we got beat by like 48 runs. Like we got our tails whooped. You think I talked any trash? No. You think I said a word? You know why? Because when you're losing, you shut your mouth.
Shut up. Yeah.
You shut your mouth. Yeah. You have nothing to say.
So did he ever get on base one time?
He walked in slow pitch.
Yeah.
But that was he made like the second to last out of the game as they lost and was talking trash as they're losing. Like, let me set the scene for you. They're down by 4 runs. It's the bottom of the last inning. They have to score 5 runs to win the ball game. He gets the second out. And on his way back, he's talking trash. I'm like, bro, huh? What? And then he gets over to the bench talking about, hey, why don't you just keep the book? You're not even in the field. You so fat. I'm like, wait, what? Huh? Tommy! Anyways, it was pretty fun. We had a good time. That was the only incident on our field. In our entire day, that was our only incident. We saw a couple other ones though. Ooh. Hey, let me tell you what, some of these people get like I wasn't taking it seriously at all yesterday, but just leave my guy alone, man. Leave my guy alone. He threw you out. It does, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. He didn't want none of that. Bro, you didn't hit it that hard. If you'd hit it that hard, it'd have got by him.
Yeah, you don't want to look bad and then you make yourself look worse.
That's right. So I just let Tubby know he was Tubby.
It must be something about baseball and softball fields that just bring
the
smack talk out of people.
Well, it doesn't take a baseball or softball field to bring it out of me. I love talking trash in general, but yes, something about slow pitch. Well, I'll tell you what it is about slow pitch softball. And I used to be the guy that instigated all the trash talk, but now I'm not out there starting trash. Like I've grown to the point where now I just enjoy it. I enjoy being out there. I enjoy the competition of it. I enjoy just messing around and having a few pops with the guys. And
you look like you got some sun.
Oh, I got a lot of sun. My face hurts. But thank you for noticing that. 10
if I had
minutes,
a face
11,
like that, it hurt too.
12 minutes in. Thanks for picking up on that, buddy. But
you got that Donald Trump tan going on with his eyes.
No, this is a bit of red. This is too red. If you got some orange peel, we can slap that on there and we'd be good to go. But it's more about like you just don't run like. Just get out there and have fun. And there's some teams you play with where you trash talk back and forth, and it's all in good fun. And so anytime you return fire, it can be, if they take it like men, in good fun. You know, he poked at my guy, I poked back at him, and that's the end of it, and he runs across.
Big deal. Yeah.
Big deal, right? Like, that's what a lot of us do. Because we know that at the end of the day, like, I used to play for a scholarship. Like, the plays I made or didn't make, it decided whether or not I'd have my next semester of college paid for, right? Like, there's real pressure in that. There's real life pressure in that. When you're playing slow pitch softball at 35 years old, the only pressure in what happens is like, oh, wait, there isn't any. Like, there's literally nothing. So just take a deep breath, chill out. Who gives a rip? Win, lose, or draw?
At this age, I'm just trying not to hurt myself.
That's right.
No matter what I do.
The only pressure's on your hamstrings.
I don't need no
Yeah,
problems.
the only pressure is on your hip flexor.
Yeah, it's on your hamstrings. Make sure you don't pop those.
And so,
but when you back and forth, though, just don't take it to a serious level.
That's right.
And he did.
And if yeah. I mean, I probably didn't have to call him Tubby, but he opened the door.
He started it.
Yeah. Well, and he also said, like, I'm 43. Like, he made it sound like, holy crap, look at that. Sorry, ADD. That's that jet ring on Boeing. Look at that guy standing out there taking pictures of it. Like, whoa, it destroyed that truck, didn't it? Good Lord, that'd have killed somebody. That'd have killed somebody, dude. Anyways, yeah, I probably didn't have to call him Tubby, but you know, I mean, that'd be like me calling you, clean shaven if I said anything different. The man was more than tubby. He was obese.
I mean, we'd have to have words if you did that, though.
Well, I know, but he
Baby
was
face.
Look, the guy wasn't just tubby. The guy wasn't just tubby, okay? Let me say it. He was flat out like worried about his health, heart attack, obese. There it is. I said it. There it is. I said it. I mean, I'm worried about him. I really am. I'm worried about him. I mean, the way he was struggling to get down to first, I mean, for the love of God, my 5-year-old son could have thrown him out. So, I mean, he didn't want none of that. Nobody. He kicked it around like Cavender's Boot City and still threw your fat A out. So, how about that? Let's go to a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about, I guess we got to talk about this Boeing 777. We got this jet engine falling apart all over the place. Hot dog. This is it's terrifying. Boomer and the Beard will be right back.
Boomer and the Beard.
When people walk through our doors, they all see something different.
A tree house.
Our dream home.
Our cabin in the woods.
A new golf course community.
When you have every conceivable building material imaginable in place, the possibilities are limitless.
Purcell Lumber and Mill Shop. Let us bring your home improvement project to life. The best products and name brands in residential and commercial building supplies. From lumber to Benjamin Moore paints, DeWalt tools, custom millwork, doors, and more. Looking for something specific? Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is here to make sure you find the products you need to complete your home projects. Pay a visit today to Purcell Lumber and Mill Shop on Clinton Street in Athens and online at purcelllumberandmillshop.com. Or for questions, give us a call at 256-232-6320. Purcell Lumber and Mill Shop in Athens, where builders, remodelers, and home improvement specialists come to shop.
Remember being in your favorite sport clips, getting set for that great MVP haircut experience? Yeah, how about if we made that wait even shorter? Now, with Sport Clips On Deck text alerts, when you check in online or with our app, we'll text you a 15-minute heads up when it's time to head in. And when you're the next man up, you'll get another text to come take your seat. Less wait time, more prime time. Sport Clips. It's good to be a guy.
Bye, hun. Running late. Love you.
Hey, hon, you forgot your coffee.
For the days you need it most. Don't worry. Perk up and percolate with us.
Put some love in your day with Just Love Coffee Cafe in Huntsville. From our award-winning specialty coffee to our unique and quirky menu, our customers at Just Love Coffee have found us to be a great spot for the highest quality coffee, breakfast, brunch, lunch, or dinner. You'll want to try our delicious waffles, wraps, sandwiches, and more. At Just Love Coffee, we're the place to go when you're by yourself but don't want to be alone. We're the place to go when you want to catch up with friends. We're the start and end point of your morning run. Stop by the Just Love Coffee Cafe today on Memorial Parkway Southwest in Huntsville and friend us on social media at Just Love Huntsville and brewing soon at Just Love Madison on Hughes Road across from Madison City Hall. Just Love Coffee. Eat, drink, love.
News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN.
Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I'm Zach Walker, your big, beautiful, bearded host. So thankful that you've joined us here this morning. We just got our slow pitch softball update as we kicked off the show this morning. Tubby, yes, we did want some of that, Tubby. You don't scare me, Tubby. Nor do you scare anyone else out there on the field. No, one of the other guys I played yesterday absolutely scares me. He hits balls harder than. His name's Carwell, I think his name is, and he plays a Decatur fireman, and he is one of the most impressive softball players I've ever seen in my entire life. And every time he hits a ball, I'm terrified. And so thankful that they're the team that beat us by like 472 runs. They beat us like we stole something, and we deserved it. Like, that's how bad the beating was. Producer Connor, how are you this morning, my friend? Again?
I did not.
It's been a little while since you've had a hot date.
It's been a while since I did one and you asked.
That's fair. He started dating on weekdays because he knows I only ask on... You know you are supposed to laugh into the microphone, right? Like, that's so much better when you laugh into the microphone.
But
What's so funny?
he's just Connor's on one this morning already. I can tell.
It's a Monday.
I know it.
He usually comes in pretty hot on Mondays.
Oh.
He comes in like Tubby at first base.
Anyway, what was you saying,
Well,
Connor?
no, he started dating on weeknights so that because he knows I ask on Mondays after the weekends. He's smart about
You
it.
got a little bit of a plausibility.
Oh,
deniability.
that's right. No, he's absolutely genius about it. I mean, no one said Connor was a dumb kid. I mean, we all know he's the smartest dude in the
He
room.
goes and gets the lunch.
Bro Montana, what's going on with you, buddy?
Not much. A little tired. Long weekend. But feeling good.
Just messing with you, man. I'm just messing with you.
Hayden got that stash going on,
He does. Good gracious.
Man, it looked like it added about 5 or 6 years to him.
Living good.
Yeah, it definitely looks
switch
like
it
you
up.
work in a different industry. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, you got any more jabs you want to throw in there?
Oh, dude, it's early. Don't worry, they'll come. They'll come.
All right.
Yeah, no, don't worry. I mean, look, that's okay though. You take them well, and you enjoy. I mean, you seem to enjoy it. I'm kidding. You hate it, but that's it's part of being the new guy. When we get another new guy.
Maybe it's easier because Hayden's over there and Connor's right there, and he just hissed at us like a mother lion.
Oh, man.
Just keep it moving.
Well, let's talk about this Boeing 777. Connor, have you seen the images from this? And if you could grab some, throw them up, that'd be fantastic. But this is pretty terrifying. Look at there's a hole in this roof the size of Tubby. I mean, he's going to be affectionately now known as Tubby for the rest of time. Kieran Kane was playing basketball with his kids Saturday afternoon at an elementary school in greater Denver area when he heard what sounded like a sonic, told CNN. Basically, a shower was falling from the sky. About 10,000 feet, Travis Locke heard the same boom, but coming from the plane he was on, United Flight. Anyways, the plane returned. It was taking off for Honolulu, Hawaii, and then it returned to Denver International. It dropped more debris, and Connor's got some images he's about to put up. Some debris on the jet turbine. It is heavy duty. Mm-hmm. That is easily more than half the length. You don't think those things are that big when you're looking at them. Up, and if it's made around, it's 1 story tall, easy, because it's flattened right there.
5 feet the other direction and nailed the top of that house.
They'd have gone right through the house. I mean, and there's a picture. Look at this picture here. I mean, there's debris that punched a hole right through that.
I thought that motor was going to come off.
Oh,
I mean, it would have ripped the
thank
wing.
you. Thank you, Connor. Well, it wouldn't.
I mean, it was still spinning. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, and that's what I'm trying to figure out is like. And here's what I love about the NTSB, right? Like, Boeing has suspended the use of all 777s that have the Pratt & Whitney 4000, which is what this one has. Like, they immediately stopped the use of every single engine. It's like, how long have these engines been in service?
Oh, wow.
Connor, see when the first Pratt & Whitney 4000 hit the Boeing market or hit the 777? Because we've never heard about this before, right? So we've got one Pratt & Whitney failure, and we shut down all the Pratt & Whitney P4000s.
It was first run in 1984.
Holy crap.
Good grief. Wow.
And, all right, so on that page there, do you see any other issues? Because I'm sure it's going to list issues on the page for the Pratt & Whitney P4000 somewhere.
The incident section of the Wikipedia page is like 2 sentences,
Yeah.
and it's talking about what happened in February 2021.
So literally, this is the first time we've seems like a pretty freaking reliable engine if you ask me.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, I'd put it in my truck.
They tried to.
You know what I'm saying? Like I would. Hey, you could take your Duramax. I'd give me the P&W 4000.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
1980 whatever. I mean, I'll take it. They've not had And now we're going to shut them all down. Now, look, I mean, I am terrified.
It's probably going to be a 10-cent part.
Either that or, hey, I've got an idea. 2 fan blades were fractured and remaining blades exhibited damage. There was some kind of impact.
Especially with that track record. I mean, they've never had no problems. So,
I mean, now that you're on that window seat where you can see that joker.
Always.
And you're sitting there watching this thing. What do you do?
I'm singing 100-year-old church songs. Is your heart right with God? Washed in the crimson blood. I mean, I wouldn't panic.
No, I mean, what are you going to do?
Panicking is not going to do you no good.
You're just looking for the
I'd have been like, the plane's going to crash!
We're going to die!
We're all going to die!
I'd probably say I saw an alien out there.
I don't panic, so like,
I don't either.
I'm just like, whatever. You know
what my wife would have been doing? Oh, my Lord. All right, what would y'all's women have been doing?
Well, women panic anyway. Then you add kids on top of that. It's just more panic. Then if they really...
I don't know if I know the... I mean, there's a level, but it'd probably be beyond any level of what's going on that I've probably seen my wife do.
So you would see...
Actually, no, you would feet up in the air except for look for the crash site, but...
What is it Ron White says? Talking about... you know how much fuel we've got, the amount of fuel it takes to get us from here to the scene of the crash.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah,
luckily it turned out fine. I mean,
yeah.
Well, I don't know about fine. It's
for
not
the most
fine,
part. I mean,
not fine for Pratt and Whitney 4000.
Did anybody get hurt on the ground?
No.
So,
but that doesn't mean that there's not going to be stories about.
I mean, somebody's getting a new
out.
truck.
I guarantee.
Somebody's getting a new truck,
and I better get a good one too.
Oh yeah.
You better get a show enough truck. You talk about.
Oh, I'm sure Dodge is already reaching out, going, "Oh, hey, bro."
No, Dodge it. Pratt and Whitney is. Pratt and Whitney over here, like, oh, we gotta salvage our image. I mean, we've had 30 years of perfect service and
get
40
this man
years,
a truck.
40 years of perfect service, and one of our engines blew up. Well, also, have you ever heard of Pratt and Whitney? I never have.
I usually hear like GE or whatever.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? But does Pratt and Whitney do anything else, Connor? Are they in any other industry whatsoever?
Let's find out.
I'm curious about that. Look how big that thing is. That ring from the thing is it's huge.
Pratt & Whitney is a subsidiary of Raytheon.
Well, hot dog. Raytheon. That's an interesting.
Aircraft engines, gas turbines for industrial power generation, and marine turbines.
Oh, thank God they didn't say wind turbines, or they were going to have a really bad week. I mean, if it would have been Pratt and Whitney wind turbines, they would have been in for a long quarter. I mean, those stock earnings would have been no good. Speaking of stock, did you follow that story from the Reddit guy? He testified before Congress over the weekend or something.
I did not.
We'll have to look that up because there's some very interesting headlines I saw out of that. Now I don't know a ton about it, but we need to check it out. We'll when we come back, we'll dive into the weekend update, some headlines we need to go over, and just see what else is popping. 866-494-9866. If you'd like to join us, we'd love to hear from you. Boomer and the Beard will be right back.
Boomer and the Beard. This is News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. News starts now.
President Biden will deliver remarks and hold a moment of silence and candle lighting ceremony as the United States approaches 500,000 lives lost in the pandemic. Jennifer Nuzzo is a senior scholar at Johns Hopkins University, says didn't have to be this bad.
We knew that this virus was one to worry about in terms of its potential to be able to do this, but it was never an inevitability. The fact that it has gotten to this point was one of basic just failure of response.
The NTSB is in Denver today trying to figure out what caused that United Airlines Boeing 777 engine to explode shortly after takeoff, sending debris raining down on neighborhoods. Boeing is calling for grounding the jets that have those kinds of engines. A hearing by Senate Republicans when he was President Obama's Supreme Court.
Steve, set up the very next day.
I've been waiting a week for someone to call.
AeroCare's amazing, and now I sleep like a baby, just not at work.
AeroCare Special 900. Let us help you breathe a little easier.
Are you tired? Individualized patient experience focused on your overall health to treat the call. Medicine on Slaughter Road in Madison. Call 256-325-0955.
WVNN.
Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful, bearded host. So thankful that you have joined us here this morning. It is Monday morning, 3 minutes past the bottom of the hour, and we are wide open running into your Monday morning show. We like to look. We don't like to be right all the time, but sometimes you can't help it, and we're gonna dive into look, on this show we've got many helmet stickers. Helmet stickers like in football, you score a touchdown, you get an interception, you get to make a good play. If we had on a helmet right now, we'd be covered up. I mean, we'd look like Justin Fields at Ohio State. I mean, we'd just be just covered up. And because Alabama doesn't do helmet stickers because they act like they've been there before. Because they have been 18 times. Yeah. For those of you keeping track at home, anybody keeping score at the house? 18, by the way. But we said last week about we talked about the Texas Power story. And would somebody like to repeat to me grand? His lights stayed on during Texas storm. Now $16,752. Devastated the state's power grid and froze natural gas production. Those who could still summon lights with the flick of a 63-year-old Army veteran who lives on Social Security payments in a Dallas suburb. He said he had nearly 8 times what he usually pays for all of his utilities combined. There's nothing I can do about it, he said, but it's broken me. Mr. Willoughby is among scores of Texans upwards for customers whose electricity prices were not fixed and are instead tied to the fluctuating wholesale price. The spikes have been astronomical.
Easy, big guy.
Yeah, well, it's it's astronomical. Mr. Abbott, Greg Abbott, they're in added outages. So who knows? Where do we land on this?
I mean, I like more context when I hear something like that. I mean, how big is this house? Number one, how old is this house?
What do you mean?
Well,
what do you need context for? The man's bill was 70 times more. I mean, that is a 70 times multiplier, right?
I get that. That
is a 7,000% increase, I think.
But I understand that they all got hit with a whole lot of cold weather. But how many people's in that house? It just feels like the guy could have did. What does that matter? He could have did a better job, I guess, is what I'm saying. It's spiked, but could he have not closed all the doors and rooms he wasn't using, shut down all the electronic? Did he actually try, or was he just? Well, hold
on a minute.
Obviously, his usage was way, way, way up.
Well, everybody's was.
Right.
Yours was too.
Right. But what
I think the context you're missing is that you've never had somebody come in and try to sell you a variable power bill, right? Because we don't have that. We don't have that.
And I just grew up we always shut doors and
sure,
But
this guy is a 70-year-old man on disability, Army veteran, and
he might not have ever dealt with this type of cold weather. Well, he's lived there for a long time.
Well, and here's the deal. I mean, I think what you're talking about is really a non-starter. I think the core issue at hand here is the variable power market in Texas, right?
I don't think he'll have to pay that.
We already did.
I think he'll get reimbursed somehow.
No chance.
I don't.
I've seen this. Raise your hand if you lived in Texas.
He'll have a GoFundMe.
Oh, wait. That? Oh, now that might happen.
GoFundMe.
Let's start one.
Yeah.
For Mr. Giddy. And then can we keep a 10% fee? You think? Is that ethical?
GoFundMe does.
So why wouldn't we?
Yeah.
It'd be Beard Fund Me.
He's retired.
Go Beard Me?
GoBeardMe.com.
That seemed a little...
Don't Google that.
Yeah, under no circumstances type that into the Googler. Under no circumstances type that into your Googler. Please, for the love of God, don't type that into your Googler. Many of the people who have reported... So last week when the crisis hit and power systems failed, the state's Public Utility Commission ordered that the price cap be raised to its maximum limit of $9 per kilowatt hour. Whoa. Easily pushing many customers' daily electric cost over $100 a day. Connor, will you look up the average consumption in kilowatt hours of a home? I'd like to know that because, like, usually we would pay like cents per kilowatt hour, right? Like, and so I used to sell for Entergy, which was a company in Texas, right? So I have a little bit of experience with this situation, and unfortunately.
Did I put that into like gouging or anything like that? Like
no, because it's a commodity market. Yeah, okay. So it's a commodity market, meaning that the supply demand. I mean, just like wood and everything. Bingo. Sure. In the same way that lumber isn't price gouging right now, there's just insane demand and low supply.
So do y'all think this is going to lead to the federal government coming in and trying to regulate Texas anymore?
No, I don't think so.
Investigations?
I don't think so. I mean, it may.
I bet there'll be an investigation.
Look, the bottom line is, and I feel terrible for this man. I really do. But whether or not he tried to conserve power or whatever really doesn't matter. The bottom line, sir, you signed a variable cost contract. And while I certainly empathize with you, and I wish that I could get you your money back, and I wish that it wouldn't have happened, the reality is you took a gamble on cheaper priced energy. And then when it didn't work out, you cried foul. And unfortunately, as much as I hate to see it happen to you, sir, thank you for your service. You're an American hero. I mean, all those things are true. There were two options given to you. One was a guaranteed kilowatt hour price that may have been a couple cents more a kilowatt hour, and then one a smaller price, but it was variable. And for the last 3 or 4 years, you've not had to worry about it. And then all of a sudden, a cold snap to freeze all cold snaps came through, and the worst case scenario happened. Well, that's like being on the blackjack table.
Yeah, I think I think that term variable gives me a whole lot more understanding now. Mm-hmm. Because that's just like credit card. You want to avoid them variables.
Yeah.
Well, no, like I said, so his average utility bill is like $240 a month. So 70 times that is what it came out to. So like, did he not? Kind of going back to what Jonah was saying, did he not stop doing things?
Well, I bet he didn't. Listen, I mean, it's like a gym membership, right?
Well, for
sure. When you pay for a gym membership and you don't go anymore, you kind of forget about that $20 a month. Well, when you sign a variable rate contract and for 5 years you don't have to worry, however many years it is, you don't ever get hit with a changing bill.
Right.
You don't think about it, and then when it gets cold, you just keep on running that furnace like you running it,
just like normal.
Just like normal.
That's what I'm saying. I guess he just didn't change.
No, because he probably didn't even think about it
because his power's still on.
Bingo.
And they had less energy, so it was more expensive, and then they was using more, so he's screwed.
He is, and unfortunately, the Texas Utility Commission kind of sound like the Texas Communist Commission. When you hear this, what are you thinking? Allowing the average type of household to sign up for this type of program, Mr. Utilities Commission? You allow the average type of household to go and be trying to go fund me? Would anybody be? Well, no, because he gambled and he lost, and again signed up for it. Americans have to start having some level of accountability for your action. An open market person, this is what you sign up for sometimes. Here where we live, we would have a huge gripe because we were given no choice.
Well,
we had to sign up.
There may be a couple extra days on there, and then they, like I said, they don't take into this there, and it's like, you're going to be using more, so you're going to have that fun.
No, I mean, look, if he would have put this money in the stock market and he would have lost every dime, would we have said a word? Would it even be a story?
No, or if it was a game or anything.
If he had played the lottery and didn't win. Fortunately, and again, like I said, if Jonah, if you got hit with a $17,000 power bill next month, you might have a gripe because you don't have a choice in your energy. You only have one place you can go. That's called gouging. When you have no choice, and then they run the price up on you, that would be a legitimate complaint. But when you had 53 different choices to choose from in Texas, dude, picking power in Texas is like going to the Golden Corral. It's all you can eat, baby. So you picked the wrong one. And again, I don't want to sound insensitive, but I'm certainly going to call a ball and a strike a strike. And unfortunately, sir, You picked a variable contract, and this is you enjoyed the low prices when they were low. Now you got to deal with the high prices when they're high. This is Boomer and the Beard. We are going to go to a break. We are live this morning from the Chick-fil-A Decatur studios here in Athens, Alabama. We are so thankful to have you on this Monday morning. It is February the 22nd. It is 16 minutes to the top of the hour. Boomer and the Beard will be right back.
Big, beautiful, bearded host. Boomer and the Beard. And even our old fart co-host. Boomer and the Beard. Boomer and the Beard.
Boomer and the Beard.
As you know, our friend Mike Lindell has a passion to help everyone get the best sleep of their life. He didn't stop at the MyPillow. Let me tell you something. I just got my Giza Dream bed sheets, and they are unbelievable. Mike found this cotton called Giza cotton. It's incredibly soft, super breathable, extremely durable, 60-day money back. That same money back guarantee, that same 10-year warranty that you have on that MyPillow you love so much. The first night you sleep on the Giza sheets, you will never want anything else. Let me tell you something. My son, he's 4. He knows the difference. He knows the difference. He said, Daddy, where are those soft sheets that Mr. Mikey sent me? I said, don't worry, kid, I got you. Pulled them out of the dryer, put them on there. Listen, you right now have a special offer. You will receive 2 for 1 low price and free shipping on the Giza Dream Sheets if you call 1-800-889-7318 or go to mypillow.com/radio specials. Use the promo code BEARD. Again, mypillow.com, radio specials, promo code BEARD.
So, what do you want to eat?
I want something fast-tastic.
Fast-tastic?
Yes, fast yet fantastic.
Sounds spiff-delicious.
Well, then let's go.
Eat more chicken with Chick-fil-A in Decatur. They have the tastes that you can't get anywhere else, from fantastic snacks and sides to the often intimidated but never duplicated original Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. Delicious and juicy, boneless breast of chicken sandwich with its signature pickle slices. Now that's how a chicken sandwich should be. Always freshly prepared and backed up by award-winning My Pleasure customer service. Chick-fil-A believes in providing guests with great tasting food in a comfortable environment, making it the best restaurant experience you will get. Download the Chick-fil-A app today. Bypass the line and enjoy your Chick-fil-A even faster. 2 great Chick-fil-A locations in Decatur, ready to serve you. Stop by today on Highway 31 South and on the Beltline in Decatur.
You don't need a diet. That's work. You don't need a stylist. They're overrated. And you don't need to hang out with older or fatter people just to seem better in comparison either. All you need are these masters of video production. They'll make you look good.
Make your videos look good with Cotton Row Productions, the official live stream provider of Hometown Heartbeat and The Dale Jackson Show. We can handle events, church live streams, and your digital advertising. Call Cotton Row Productions today, 256-289-7355. That's 289-7355.
Where is your haircut gone? We know you don't get out as much. You don't drive by your regular sport clips and pop in for that MVP haircut experience that is so much more than a haircut. But isn't it worth getting out for? For that legendary hot steam towel for your face, massaging shampoo that makes you melt into your seat. Oh man, you remember that, right? We found your haircut. It's right where you left it. Sport Clips. It's good to be a guy.
News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN.
Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I'm Zach Walker, your big, beautiful, bearded host. So thankful you have joined us this morning. It is 12 minutes to the top of the hour. We come back to the sweet sounds of Chicago, 25 or 624 live at the Isle of Man. This is back when music was still really music. Listen here, we broadcast live every day from the Chick-fil-A Decatur studio, and Chick-fil-A Decatur is hiring. Chick-fil-A of Decatur, with a location on Highway 31 South and the Beltline, is looking to add to their talented team of customer service-oriented staff, and they want you or your son or your daughter or whoever. So if it's time for them to get a job and pay for their own gas money, or they need to get an apartment, or maybe they're 32 and they voted for Biden. Either way, get them out of the house, get them to go and get a job. Mackenzie over there at Decatur would love to hear from you guys. They have, you already know they have the best food, the best customer service on the face of the planet. So why don't you go ahead and go talk to them about getting one of the best jobs on the planet. Chick-fil-A Decatur shaped my young my young adulthood as I worked there through high school. They would love to talk to you guys. Tell them the Beard sent you, and they will take great care of you. They're awesome. So we're going to start a new segment here this morning. It's going to be called Crazy America. What do you think? Do we like this song for Crazy America? I can
tell you a little crazy story about that previous song, 25 or 6 to 4, real quick. I'm a big Chicago fan, and I was looking up what that actually means, and it's 25 or 26 till 4 a.m. because they've been up partying all night. And somebody's like, what time is it, dude? And they're like, it's 25 or 26, 25 or 6 to 4. Anyway.
Thank you.
Yep.
For
cool.
hijacking that segment and taking us in a direction we didn't want to go. No, I'm kidding. So that's one song. Or do we go with this song? This song is going to stick with this segment. We're going to do this segment every day. So, because if we get to the chorus here, we got to get to the chorus. Wait for it. Out of touch. Oh, they know enough. Wait for it. Here we go. All right, here we go. So, and now for Crazy America.
Yeah, chorus only.
Probably this one.
Chorus only.
Yeah, we think this song. Connor, what say you? Gnarls Barkley or Ozzy Osbourne?
Of the two, I'd say the second one.
Okay. What of the two? Does that mean you have a third suggestion?
I'm a Crazy by Aerosmith type of guy.
Okay.
Type of guy, huh?
Crazy by Aerosmith?
Yeah.
There's a Buckcherry song starts with crazy, but we probably shouldn't play that one. I said, hey, y'all crazy. What?
Did you see that video of the woman who had that played at her wedding?
No.
Yeah, there was a lady who had that. That's pretty much where the story ends, but it doesn't pick up until a little later. This one will be a chorus only.
That's what Connor plays on his weekday dates.
I don't know which. I'm still Gnarls Barkley right now, but let's see. Let it get all the way there.
Here it comes.
Yeah, this one makes me want to shoot myself.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. This one makes me want to club a baby seal.
Kind of like, so much for my suggestions.
No, it's a good song. It's a good song for sure. It's just a little.
There's baby seals. Let's get the
do you want a little more upbeat?
Yeah, it's just a little like slow dance crazy kind of a. It's a good tune maybe for like a heartbroken young man.
I'm sure somebody's got a remix out there though.
Yeah, probably. But in Crazy America, Crazy America constitutes the world. Well, I think these headlines will speak for themselves. I think this is a segment we're going to start doing. I also came up with another segment idea that we'll talk about here shortly. Crazy America. The Muppets now come with a warning. The internet, and nobody else really, is noticing that the Muppet Show on Disney Plus is running a disclaimer warning of, quote, offensive content.
From the Muppets?
Is this like the old Muppets we grew up with, reruns, or is it like new?
No,
like a new version?
I don't think there is a new version. The disclaimer
just
says,
the old
quote,
stuff.
this program includes negative depictions and or mistreatment of people and cultures. These stereotypes were wrong then and are wrong now. Rather than remove this content, we want to acknowledge its harmful impact, learn from it, and spark conversation to create a more inclusive future together. Let me translate that for those of you at home. We can still make money by streaming this show, so we have no intention from pulling it of our listings, and we don't really find it offensive all that much, but we want to make sure you crazy people don't say anything about it, and so we're going to keep streaming it.
Well, but it's because they've already said something about it. So
yeah, Connor, can you dig into what about the Muppets is so offensive to begin? Like what I need my liberal Sherpa to help me tote this up the hill here, because I don't understand. Like what depictions do the Muppets have that are even offensive to people that are too easily offended? Because
it's a complete caricature of the Swedish population.
I'm sorry?
The chef, you know?
If
I was a Swede, I wouldn't like that.
You know Bugs Bunny would be PG-13.
Put yourself in a Swedish man's shoes.
Is that really what? Can you look it up and see if
I'm pretty sure that's it.
Really?
Yeah, but you know all the old Looney Tunes.
Let's see. Some of the
PG-13.
Muppet characters depict Native American, Middle Eastern, and Asian people. And in season 5, legendary country singer Johnny Cash is seen performing in front of a Confederate flag.
Well, they ain't gonna say nothing about the Swiss because they're white.
Well, I thought it was more about Miss Piggy and Kermit the Frog and some cross species action. You know, I didn't know that was offensive to species all over the place.
Yeah, it's fat shaming for Miss Piggy.
The warning they should give is beware. Your parents used to be really into this show, and you're never going to understand why. Wow. The Muppets now come with a warning. Also in crazy America, as you might expect, sales of Gorilla Glue have skyrocketed after the last 2 weeks about publicity about the woman who sprayed it into her hair and couldn't get it out. According to e-commerce analytics site Profitero, sales of the adhesive spiked by 129%. Yet the company has spent almost nothing on ads. According to Ad Age, the brand shelled out just $411 on TV in the first half of February.
$411?
Yes. What an arbitrary number, but yes.
You mean maybe 1,000?
No, $411 on TV ads, and their sales have skyrocketed. I'm sorry, what?
Because somebody glued their hair to their head?
Yeah, someone help me understand this here. What? I guess, like,
it's good
NFL
stuff.
Football teams have invested in new helmet technology? Like, what? Well, is it concussion friendly?
Well, I didn't.
I've been using it before.
I did too. But
I love me some Gorilla
I didn't know
Glue.
they had a spray.
Well,
I didn't know they had a spray.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know they made hairspray.
Put a little bit in my beard.
Yeah, you know what? That's a great idea. We should do some beard. Oh man, we could do a beard styling with Gorilla Glue contest. Are you in?
Not my beard.
I ain't gonna leave it in there for a month crying about it either.
Well, apparently, once you put it in, you can't take it back out. So what caused the 866-494-9866? Are you buying up some Gorilla Glue? 866-494-WV. I mean, what caused the sales of Gorilla? So we watch a woman literally glue her head together and wear. I mean, she got a helmet on her head for 2 weeks with Gorilla Glue, and the sales skyrocket. Bro, Montana, have you been buying Gorilla Glue?
No, but I can totally see why this happened.
You can.
I mean, it was on the news, right? And, people are sitting at home. They're like, I should go get some Gorilla Glue. If you can destroy this woman's hair, it'll keep my cabinets together. I don't know. It's on social media. Like,
I personally
totally see
believe
this.
that U.S. Americans are unable to do so.
You can't picture this?
Some people out there in our nation don't have maps, and I believe that
poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
So you can totally see why her gluing her head together.
I can totally see why this happened.
Connor, you're shaking your head yes. Do you agree?
Yeah, I think he has a point. Like,
no, he does. He does. I just like to pick at
thank
him.
you. The smartest guy thinks I have a
point. Connor, you came to my rescue.
I got your back.
Oh, man. No, but you're right. I mean, here's the bottom line. It was a tremendous amount of advertising.
For free.
And for free. And,
for free.
And so, it just goes to speak to how advertising works. I mean, it doesn't – Jerry Jones is famous for saying all publicity is good publicity, even bad publicity, right? All publicity is good publicity. And it goes to show that is absolutely correct. It apparently here in crazy America
well, there really wasn't any bad PR for Gorilla Glue.
Oh, I was about to say, I mean, she had to have her hair surgically removed. Outside of that, everything seemed to work swimmingly. Yeah, you're right.
You can't deny the product was effective.
No, indeed. it definitely did its job and held in place. So, in case you guys are looking for the best hairspray on the market, Gorilla Glue spray, sold at Purcell Lumber and Millwork.
WVNN Athens, WVNN FM Trinity, a Cumulus station. It's 6 o'clock. News starts now.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. Grim milestone on the horizon.
Something off a bad horror movie. That's how it feels sometimes. It's just something off a horror movie.
Funeral home director Jonathan Polk in Long Beach, California, as the United States nears 500,000 deaths in the pandemic. We are expected to reach that number today, even though Johns Hopkins Senior Scholar for Health Security Jennifer Nuzzo says it didn't have to be this way.
We knew that this virus was one to worry about in terms of its potential to be able to do this, but it was never an inevitability. The fact that it has gotten to this point was one of basic just failure of response.
The White House planning a moment of silence and candle lighting ceremony the evening when the number hits 500,000, again expected to be today. The FAA and the NTSB are looking into the cause of that United Airlines 777 jet engine failure. Here's ABC's Alex Stone.
Much of the focus today is on the engine's fan blades. One was completely fractured and another was fractured about mid-span. Those blades on the Pratt & Whitney engines are hollow titanium. You could think of them like a chocolate Easter bunny where they're empty inside. The investigation is now focused on those blades. United and other airlines have grounded their 777s with Pratt & Whitney engines. Boeing saying it supports that move while the engines are inspected.
The latest outrage in Texas. Some people receiving huge power bills when their power was off all week in the cold. ABC's Trevor Alt in Houston.
I talked to one mother who knew the rate was going up astronomically high, so they turned off everything that they could think of in their home. They unplugged their refrigerator. They filled it with snow to keep it cold. They didn't want their pipes to burst, so they wrapped their pipes in diapers. They literally only had their thermostat going, and for 4 days, their bill was $621.
Governor Greg Abbott calling for a moratorium on power being shut off for people if they don't pay. Millions in Texas still being told to boil their water if they have it. You're listening to ABC News.
Tax myths, rumors, and misinformation are more common than taxpayers think. Mark Stieber, Chief Tax Information Officer at Jackson Hewitt, shares how following bad advice can cost taxpayers big.
2020 brought about a great many changes for many Americans, and accordingly, your taxes may look a lot different this year than in years past or even last year. You may have worked at home during some part of 2020. Well, it's a myth that simply working at home will allow all taxpayers to deduct their work-from-home office expenses simply for working remotely.
Other common tax rumors include that the recent stimulus payments are taxable and that unemployment benefits are not taxable income, and neither will impact 2020 taxes.
Mistakes based on myths in the tax system can be costly. So it's important for you to be aware of all the tax rules this year and every year to file a complete and accurate tax return and get all the benefits you deserve.
For more information or to schedule an appointment with a tax professional, visit jacksonhewitt.com.
Bye, hun. Running late. Love you.
Hey, hon, you forgot your coffee.
For the days you need it most. Don't worry. Perk up and percolate with us.
Put some love in your day with Just Love Coffee Cafe in Huntsville. From our award-winning specialty coffee to our unique and quirky menu, our customers at Just Love Coffee have found us to be a great spot for the highest quality coffee, breakfast, brunch, lunch, or dinner. You'll want to try our delicious waffles, wraps, sandwiches, and more. At Just Love Coffee, we're the place to go when you're by yourself but don't want to be alone. We're the place to go when you want to catch up with friends. We're the start and end point of your morning run. Stop by the Just Love Coffee Cafe today on Memorial Parkway Southwest in Huntsville and friend us on social media at Just Love Huntsville and brewing soon at Just Love Madison on Hughes Road across from Madison City Hall. Just Love Coffee. Eat, drink, love.
News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. You're listening to Boomer and the Beard, the pulse of Americana, with your beautiful bearded host, Zach Walker, Alabama's best no-holds-barred, constitutionally conservative, Christ-centered talk radio. If that don't fire you up, then your wood's wet. Now, it's time for your bearded host, Zach Walker.
Just look down, give me 40 days. Come on, hey. Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful, bearded host. I'm so thankful you've chosen to join us here on the best, the smartest, the only show in morning radio that's growing faster than a weed in the summertime. We are super happy that we are able to do this each and every morning, and all you need to do to be a part of what we're doing is go to boomerandbeard.com, spell out the word and boomerandbeard.com. Click there at the top on podcast. Make sure you have subscribed, rated, 5-star review, 1-star review, either way. But give us a review, rate us, and make sure you've subscribed, because we are really focusing on that part of our show right now. And if you love us and you love our show, that's what we need from you guys. 866-494-9866, 866-494-WVNN. We'd love to hear from you this Monday morning. Last week was a challenging week for all of us, and is doing this morning. I also had another idea we'll talk about here in a minute, but in the meantime, we were talking about Gorilla Glue. Purcell Lumber and Millwork is a supply company of Boomer and And if you need your Benjamin Moore paints, if you need your DeWalt tools, if you need your Gorilla Glue, any of the above, you can get it at Purcell Lumber and Mill Shop. Who knew you could shop for hair care products at Purcell Lumber and Mill Shop? 501 North Clinton Street in Athens, 256-232-6320, or PurcellLumberandMillShop.com. Let them know the Beard sent you, and they'll take great care of you. They are fantastic, and we love them very much. So again, give them a call at 256-232-6320. All right, let's jump into a Beard Bod Challenge update. I have endeavored to lose 50 pounds in 90 days with the help of 360 Fitness here in Athens. Here we go. I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy. I'm just kidding. I'm not taking my shirt off. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. So it was about a month ago, I guess, 3 weeks now, that I've been endeavoring to lose the weight. And for the last week or so, I hit a point where there was no movement on the scale. But I did my body fat percentage test at the end of last week, and I started at 27% body fat, which is a very high number. And in the first 3 weeks, I am down to 19.9% body fat, which is a pretty solid, pretty substantial number. This morning, the number on the scale said 275, down from 293. Or 295, so it's a 18 to 20 pounds lost right out of the gate. So that feels good. Where the scale's not moving quite as much as the body fat numbers, which means I'm building muscle and those things, which is a challenge because I don't want to be doing a ton of that. The goal is to lose the weight more than it is the body fat. I mean, I know that that's all good and all that, but I mean, my knees and my back need the break, and so we're working towards losing the actual weight, but. We start again today. I fire back up the old workout schedule this morning, and so Reed Lancaster at 360 Fitness here in Athens has got me on where I have not seen it yet today. So I'm still haven't seen it yet. I'm sure I'll get it in the next 30 minutes or so, which is terrifying. But Monday mornings are always a challenge, especially when you're sunburned all over your upper body. But that's what happens when you go play softball. When it's cold outside and the sun's blaring, you don't even think about it because you think cold. Cold and sunburn doesn't really, but it does. It'll get you just the same. So, anyways, we start the workout process. It begins again today, and we're just staying after it. If you guys want to join us at the gym, you can do so by just showing up at 7:30. You work out with me for free anytime, or you could join the gym by going up there, telling them you want the beard promo. You're gonna pay for 6 months, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna get 2 months free or free smoothie bar, whichever perk you want. It's the Pick Your Perk promo with promo code BEARD. So you go up there, tell them you want the beard promo, and you're going to get taken care of. 6 months is going to get you 2 months free or free smoothie bar.
Smoothies.
So, smoothie. We got a story out of Canada.
Canada.
You never heard that before? Well, I didn't know that was as good of a joke as it was.
Canada. I'm not allowed to talk about Canadians no more. You're banned. I'm on restriction.
What happened? I forgot about that. Are you off Facebook probation yet?
I'm back.
Thank goodness the FCC doesn't care. Say whatever you need to say. Kim Richardson, who lives in Detroit, Michigan, drove to Pearson Airport in Toronto, Canada, where she parked her 2004 Honda Element at the Park 2 Sky lot on Dixon Road in Toronto. She then flew to Europe for a medical procedure on March 11th, 2020. While she was gone, the Canada-U.S. border was closed due to COVID. She has been unable to retrieve her car. She originally paid $100 to park her car for the 2 weeks. Now the owner wants $2,800 to cover 11 months' worth of storage.
What?
I mean, it's not her fault.
The lot's owner says, quote, "I feel bad for her, but I don't operate for free. I'm a reasonable guy, and the price I'm offering is cheaper than what others are charging. I have expenses too."
Does it say what kind of car it is?
Yeah, 2004 Honda Element. She says it's more than the car's worth.
Yeah, they can just keep the car then.
But it's just sitting there.
Here's what I don't understand. And maybe I'm wrong about this guy, but it feels like I'm pretty spot on. Like, this guy runs a parking lot that operates off the airport.
And he's on the U.S.
He's on the Canada
side.
side. He's on the Canadian side.
Mm-hmm.
And so if they shut down the border between U.S. and Canada, that would likely mean that the parking lot stayed empty for many months. Mm-hmm. And he's got him a meal ticket here in this car. He's got him a lady that this feels a little bit like price gouging. Yeah. I mean, it feels like he had nothing else going on, so he could kind of maybe said it. And I could be wrong. I mean, I'm making some assumptions here, but it stands to reason that maybe this guy is trying to get a little trying to take advantage of Miss Richardson.
Yeah, because if she had any reasonable accommodations to go get the vehicle, I'm pretty sure she would have taken those way before it got to this point.
Yeah, I mean, the bottom line was legally she couldn't cross the border. I mean, she could not cross the Canadian border. Well, I mean, what is she supposed to do?
So she's an American, went to Canada, and then flew to
Europe.
So now she's just stuck in Canada?
No, I think she came back from Europe straight to the U.S. without her Honda Element, which those are really cool little cars, by the way.
Mm-hmm. It seems like she could have got like an essential business, like a tow truck company or something like that, with legit reasons, and get it towed back over.
I wonder how much that would have cost, a tow from Detroit, Michigan to Canada and back.
Oh, Canada.
Oh, Canada.
Or found somebody that was over there that could,
Yeah, I'm sure she has tons of friends just hanging out on the other side of the border. She could have just run over and grab it for her.
Social media is
a heck of a thing. What about the keys? Where are the keys? Are the keys with her, or do they stay in the vehicle? It's kind of important.
I'd say she has them.
She probably got them.
Yeah,
but it don't matter. He'll file for abandonment, and it'll be his. He's probably being nice enough giving her this long.
You think this is nice?
He's kind of treating it almost like a
hostage situation,
like a storage unit kind of thing, to where, like, well, it's mine now. So
I feel kind of like it's a hostage situation.
He's over there like, I got to eat too. I mean, this is the only meal ticket he's had.
That's
for a while.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. This is the only car he's had in his lot for a little while, and he's trying to get him some money out of the deal. Which, I mean, I guess I don't mind too much, but at the same time, At what point are we price gouging here?
Yeah, I couldn't do that. I'd just get the money I was owed and let it be it.
Yeah, you'd have to. I mean, but then again, maybe he's always wanted a Honda Element. maybe his top vehicles are like the Honda Ridgeline, the Honda Element.
Yeah, it's probably rusted out anyway.
It's that 2004. It's probably not that bad. Have you seen a Honda Elements? I don't think they rust. They're rust proof.
They're mostly plastic on the outside.
Yeah, they are. They really are. No, they really are. There's not a lot of metal on them. Mostly plastic. So 866-494-9866. We're going to go to break. We'd love to hear from you. 866-494-9866. Give us a call. The next story. Half of dog owners kiss their dog more than their partner.
Ugh.
That one ought to fire everybody up. 866-494-9866. We'll be right back.
And even our old fart co-host. Boomer and the Beard. Boomer and the Beard.
Boomer and the Beard.
4.
Dan, where you been?
Well, it's hard to golf with bulky oxygen tanks. So I went to AeroCare and got a lightweight portable oxygen concentrator that I wear like a backpack.
Wow. Does insurance cover it?
They sure do. AeroCare called my insurance and I had my machine the next day. I'm as free as a bird, or birdie.
AeroCare specializes in all respiratory equipment. If you have sleep apnea or are in need of oxygen, let AeroCare set you up. Call 256-469-3900. Let us help you breathe a little easier.
Got you covered screen printing and embroidery in Athens. Our team is here to help you with custom printed t-shirts that you want. And we know that means quality. At Got You Covered Screen Printing and Embroidery, we focus on the highest quality and the fastest turnaround time possible. Got You Covered Screen Printing and Embroidery on West Sandifer Road in Athens. Call to make an appointment with our graphic designer. She's awesome. 256-444-4500. That's 444-4500. And online at GotYouCoveredAthens.com.
There's nothing like the peace and serenity that you get while fishing. Invest in the rod you deserve. Old 18 is a veteran-owned company operated by a U.S. Navy SEAL and Top Gun fighter pilot, breaking the mold of the fishing industry. At Old 18, we offer high-quality products with a 25-year master rod builder behind every rod. We offer a no-nonsense, hassle-free warranty we stand in front of so you don't get left behind. Shop old18.com and type in the code BEARD for a 20% discount.
770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. Depend on it.
This is Zayden, and you're listening to the Boomer and the Beard. And my dad's weird.
Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I'm Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. So thankful you guys join us here every day in the Chick-fil-A Decatur studios. We don't know what we'd do without you, and so we're thankful to have you each and every day. 17 minutes past the hour. Let me tell you guys, Cookie Dough Magic is a great advertising partner with the show. If you follow us on social media, you saw the sweet new pink uniforms for the softball team, Cookie Dough Magic. We're out there running around in all our cookie dough glory, and we're so thankful for them. Listen, you need to get down to Huntsville and check it out. I mean, you could get milkshakes. You can get like a banana, like a split. They'll do a split where they put ice cream in between the cookie dough.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, it sounds like it's sounds like in obviously I'm about 30 days into this thing. In about 60 days when this joker's over, you better believe I'm going to Cookie Dough Magic, and I'm finna spend all the money in Cookie Dough Magic. But run down there and check them out. I mean, guys, it's one of the best desserts I've ever had in my entire life. They use a pasteurized egg white product rather than the raw eggs, and it's completely healthy. It's completely delicious, and I'm a Java chip fan. We've got some Nutella fans, but it's all good. Birthday cake was unbelievable. I haven't had a bad flavor yet, except for maybe the gluten-free stuff. But that's only because
birthday cake.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
and it tastes straight like cake.
I love birthday cake.
Do you?
I think you'll give me some of that. I'm not trying.
256-517-8210. You know what? We'll have to go stop by when we take my truck over to get the cap put on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be today, hopefully. 256-517-8210. Cookie Dough Magic of Huntsville. Give them a holler, and they will take great care of you. Let them know the beard sent you. So I teased a story before we went to break, and we'll dive into this a little bit. You guys know how I feel about dogs and how my dog doesn't have a last name because my dog craps outside and sleeps in a cage. So not part of my family. Definitely a very, very good pet. My Duke is a great dog. He is a fantastic dog. Love Duke to death. But Duke is my dog. We own Duke. I do not own my son. I do not own my wife. But I own my dog because he's a dog. He's a pet, right? He doesn't have a last name. He doesn't have a social security card. He is a dog. I don't take my dog on planes. I don't carry my dog on vacation. My dog is a dog. He does dog things like a dog. And I know this fires up all you pet people, but you're weird. And that's okay. We all have our little weird things, our idiosyncrasies, and did I use that idiosyncrasy? Did I say that right, Connor? And we're idiosyncratic in certain ways. See, look at that, using big words. Same one, but twice. This one hurts. A survey of 2,000 American dog owners by Just Food for Dogs finds that 53%, oh gosh, admit to kissing their dog more than their partner.
You let old Duke Yard Walker give you a sloppy one?
Old Duke Yard I can Walker. Say that old Duke Yard Crapper has never. I don't let him get on in there and give me the old big sloppy. I mean, I beat my dog when he licks my face. He's got a shock collar, and when he goes in, ow! That's how that goes down.
How can you watch a dog clean itself and then be
you know dogs lick their own butts, right? Like that's what they do. They lick their own butts.
My dog is taken to the cat litter box.
What?
Oh, yeah, you got to watch a dog.
Walking out with a little cat cigar hanging out of his mouth.
A cat cigar?
No.
Give me a smoochie. I love you.
You let your dog give you a big old kiss on the beard?
No.
Your beard's already got enough germs in it. You don't need to add that to it.
But it's like
dust trap.
We figured it out because he came up. We were on the couch. He jumped up and we were like, "Hey, get down for a second." And he just like that. I was like, oh, bro, like
you got that litter box breath, yo.
47% of people confess to knowing the names of dogs in their neighborhoods, but not the owners. Okay, guilty there. But I like dogs more than people. 31% have purchased custom decorations that look like their dog. This means we've had some kind of a something made in the image of our dog.
We see that all over town. People back to people's windows, they got the little vinyl sticker of their dog.
Christmas tree ornaments.
You're weird. 13% let dogs drink from the same water as them.
Oh.
No, sir.
I don't drink out the tap.
And 47% have dressed their dog up for Halloween. Think about this. More people kiss their dog than their spouse or partner that have dressed their dogs up for Halloween.
Yeah.
I would almost understand. I mean, the Halloween thing, like at one point I almost put a what am I trying to say? A saddle on the back of my big dog and let my son ride it, and we're going to play, he's going to be a cowboy. Right? Cuz that would have been hilarious. So the Halloween thing I can almost wrap my mind around. Because you're using your dog for your purpose, like he's
the theme. Yeah.
He's facilitating your.
Yeah, for sure.
But the rest of these cross over into the border of weird pet people.
There's a lot of them.
Let me tell you something, pet people. Let me tell you something. I always love these people that are like, my dog loves going everywhere I go. He just loves riding around in the truck. He does. Well, first of all, when did he tell you? Like he just told you that, or and what's funny is when they let him out of the truck and their dog just takes off, just because my dog does this. Because my dog comes to work with me, not because I'm a crazy dog person, but because I do enjoy my dog, and I don't want him to be in a kennel all day, right? Like I want him to have a good life, and so he's got a kennel at work too. So he comes to work.
Well, he's part of your family.
No, he's not. He is my pet.
Duke Yardwalker.
Duke Crap Eater is not part of my family. He is my dog. He's my pet. Okay, and so he comes to work with me, where he then gets in a different kennel, but I can let him out frequently without having to drive across town, right? And so when I let him outside, you know what he does? He goes berserk. Loves running around in the grass. He's going nuts. At no point am I like, you know what? My dog really likes being cooped up in my truck more than he likes running around free in the grass, because he doesn't. You know what else? He doesn't have a last name. You know why? He's a dog. He's a dog. They're at the vet. Be like, Duke Walker? Be like, I'm sorry, who? Duke Walker? You're in the yard? I know that. I haven't put my wife in a cage to make her sleep. I'm just saying. I don't know. Is, you know, your Labradoodle, your Labrapoodle dog. First of all, you bought it from some fancy breeding operation you can't pronounce, but some breed that didn't even
with health problems.
Because it's been crossbred and inbred that they got hip dysplasia like you can't believe. And so we as people don't understand this animal thing very well, and we act like we do, but we don't. We were told in the Bible. There it is. I said it. And dog people everywhere are getting you know what? 866-494-9866.
Mutts live long.
Poochie Poo is your dog. It's your possession. It's like your car. You own it. You bought it. You own it. I didn't buy a child. Weird. They're just weird. I mean, I love dogs. Don't get me wrong. Dogs are great. They're fantastic companions. And I think they were given to us as companions.
Where are you at on cats?
I hate cats. I think I would rather have a pet rattlesnake.
She runs the house. I mean, she don't run me, but
she's not. She's
quick
in a hurry. That's why I don't like cats.
It's like pet meat, or I'm gonna tear you up.
Dog goes outside and craps,
and then the dog goes and tries to eat it.
That's right.
And little cats, come here, Poochie. Hey, come here. I got to drink this Mountain. You want some of this Mountain Dew? Another interesting habit that's been produced during the pandemic. A poll from the Commission. Nearly 7 in 10 respondents said quarantine has driven them to become more knowledgeable about wine.
In Idaho, you think it had vodka since all them potatoes.
Good call. 63% say, but a red wine for reality TV show. Or moonshine, if you're able to decide whether the box will fit in their fridge or not.
And what's on sale?
I watched Lester Holt.
Can you still watch Paw Patrol?
Only if you're drinking tequila. You got a cultural appropriation with it. White people can't have tequila anyways. Cultural appropriations. Did you not know that? People can only drink Natty Light.
Seemed like I heard like tacos or something is American also. Nobody.
Tacos are not American.
Or fajitas.
Fajitas. Maybe fajitas are. I don't know. Fajitas are my favorite. We have a bunch of weird people on this show. I'm so sorry, Connor. Do you eat pineapple with your fajitas?
Not a big pineapple guy.
At all?
Not really.
Where you at on dogs kissing you in the mouth?
Not a fan.
You got cats, Connor?
I have a cat, and I love my cat. She's the most docile cat I've ever met.
No such thing. She's just waiting.
We've had her
She's
for over
setting
10
it up.
years.
Then it'll be your 12 then. It's coming. Cats are evil, period. There's no way around it. There is no way around it. That cat is playing you like a fiddle, and at some point you're going to be in your sleep, and she's going to kill you.
I firmly and steadfastly disagree with you, but I'm not going to argue.
That's a wise choice. Boomer and the Beard here. It is the bottom of the hour. When we return, we've got to jump into some of the news. We'll dive into some politics, and we've got some Captain Obvious we've got to touch base on. So Boomer and the Beard will be right back.
And even our old farm co-host.
Boomer and the Beard. Boomer and the Beard.
770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. News starts now.
The United States approaching 500,000 deaths due to COVID-19. President Biden will deliver remarks and take part in a moment of silence and candlelighting ceremony to mark the milestone, expected to happen later today. Lots of folks in suburban Denver are still talking about the plane engine that came apart over their homes over the weekend. For those who were on board the plane, it was even more frightening.
There was a loud explosion. Feel it, shook the plane, and we started dropping down. You could feel going down in an elevator. It's like a quick drop. Plane started shaking, and we knew something major happened.
The Boeing 777 engine fell apart mid-flight. Boeing wants all those planes grounded until they can be checked out. No one was hurt. In Texas, the lights are coming back on, but millions still have no fresh water. There have been loud calls for an investigation into how problems got as bad as they did during the cold week. I'm Sherry Preston, ABC News.
This is Mike 4 years ago. This is Mike having the same conversation with Debbie just last month. And today, he's at it again.
What's that, Mike?
I said our house is still underwater.
How do you know? Have you had it appraised lately?
Well, no.
Has the coronavirus made your life less financially stable? Are you worried about your next mortgage payment? Reed's Family REI is a family-based real estate investing company ready to buy your house for cash in any area or condition and close in 2 weeks. You don't have to fix it up. There's no agent fees, and we handle the closing costs. Selling a home can be very stressful, and Wyatt Reed and his team at Reed's Family REI will put together the best possible offer for your specific needs. Sell your home fast with Reed's Family REI. 931-292-2875. That's 931-292-2875. And online at reedsfamilyrei.org. Reed's Family REI. Creative real estate experts for all your buying or selling needs.
So, what do you want to eat?
I want something fast-tastic.
Fast-tastic?
Yes, fast, yet fantastic.
Sounds, spiff-delicious.
Well, then let's go.
Eat more chicken with Chick-fil-A in Decatur. The taste that you can't get anywhere else. Download the Chick-fil-A app today. Bypass the line and enjoy your Chick-fil-A even faster. 2 great Chick-fil-A locations in Decatur, ready to serve you. Stop by today on Highway 31 South and on the Beltline in Decatur.
A latest outrage, according to the New York Times, is that about 300 immigrants are being held in solitary confinement every day in holding centers run by Immigration and Customs Enforcement. These are illegal immigrants we're talking about, something at times forgot to mention. America has come under sharp international criticism because illegal immigrants are being held on civil charges, not criminal, so they shouldn't be in solitary at all. To make the outrage complete, there's some sob stories. An illegal immigrant from Yemen was put in solitary for not following instructions to go to the meal area and for refusing meals. Poor guy was a devout Muslim fasting for Ramadan. Another illegal, a gay guy from Mexico, was held in solitary for his own protection. So you see, the bigots and homophobes are running things at ICE. Dr. Terry Cooper's a shrink who studies solitary confinement at a Berkeley, California graduate school, accuses ICE of excessive force by using solitary confinement, because these are civil detentions, and he calls this a civil rights abuse. The New York Times admits detained illegals are put in solitary in less than 1% of all cases, but America is nevertheless guilty. Those who broke our laws are, of course, innocent. Just another reason liberals are demanding total amnesty for the poor, helpless, innocent, illegal immigrants.
Benjamin Franklin once wrote,
Nothing can be said to be certain, except death and taxes.
Hold on there, Benji.
Oh.
You can't even rely on that much thanks to identity thieves.
Pardon?
Tax forms have all your personal info in one place. And this is the season when it can get emailed, shared, and possibly exposed to identity thieves. They might even try to file your tax return before you do.
This shan't stand.
No, it shan't. Because LifeLock monitors your info and alerts you to identity threats. If you become a victim, a dedicated U.S.-based specialist will help fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions, but LifeLock helps you keep what's yours. Join today and save up to 25% off your first year at LifeLock.com with promo code NEWS. That's promo code NEWS for 25% off at LifeLock.com. And remember,
25% saved is
770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. Depend on it.
Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful, bearded host. We're so thankful you've joined us here this morning. Just Love Coffee Cafe in Huntsville, proud sponsor of Boomer and the Beard. We're so thankful to have them on board. They are opening a new one in Madison. Be sure you go down and check them out in Huntsville at Just Love Coffee and Cafe in Huntsville. So there it is. We've got some political news we got to talk about here. There's some very interesting, very interesting climate change, I guess, and we need a song for our climate change segments. I think I've got one here. Hold on. There it is. This morning in climate news, Highway to Hell, get it? Because it's hot. Yeah, global warming. See what I did there? But we got to again, with all these songs, we got to get to the chorus. So I'll do some work on those this afternoon so that we have these ready. In climate change news today, a bunch of science deniers we are, let me tell you. Chuck Schumer is really on point this week as he mocked Texas. Hear this out here. So Texas is the only state in the country with a standalone grid. And we'd love to hear from you guys, 866-494-9866. As we go through this, I'd love to hear what you guys had to say about this because, Chucky's at it again. Senate Majority Chuck Schumer disparaged and mocked Texas on Sunday as the Lone Star battles the crisis triggered by record-breaking winter weather when snow, ice, blistering Arctic air engulfed Texas in the Deep South last week. Millions of Texans were left in the dark. We've talked about this at length today. At the Electric Reliability Council of Texas, which is responsible for supplying the majority of the state's electricity, they came under fire for vulnerabilities, and they said they were seconds away from experiencing catastrophic failure that would have left the state in the dark for months. Okay, Texas is the only state in the continental U.S. to run its own standalone electricity grid and has not been forced to weatherize because it is not subject to federal oversight. The exact number of people who died is not yet known. So here is where Chucky comes in. The New York Democrat said he hopes Texas, quote, learned a lesson, attributing the significant energy issues to officials who have, quote, ignored climate change. Wait a minute. Let's stop right there. Since when is it climate change? They call it global warming. Climate change is our nomenclature. That's what we call it. Because as Republicans, we acknowledge that climate change is real. It's called weather. It's called weather. That's the climate changes. It gets hot, it gets cold. It's hot, it gets cold. It's hot, it gets cold. Cow farts aren't making it hotter. Okay? So now we want to say that this is Texas' fault because they ignored climate change?
Well, Schumer and his governor was ignoring putting COVID patients in nursing homes, and he got better things to worry about. I feel
yeah, like. No, Chucky needs to worry about his own.
And don't try to go from global warming to y'all get what you deserve because it's freezing cold.
Because it's cold. I mean, no, it's you've been yelling at this global warming. It's heating up. It's heating up. It's heating up. I thought Biden solved climate change with the blizzard last week. I mean, for the love of God, pick a side, Chuck. We got John Kerry 2.0. I'm talking about here. Check this out. When we build power, when we build anything now, we have to take into account that climate change is real, or people will have to be caught the way people were in Texas. What?
Oh, Chuck Schumer and John Kerry, boy, some long faces right there.
I'm talking about low ears, long faces, two first names. Shoot, I don't know. Anybody ever know anybody named Schumer? This is unbelievable. I have never heard. I mean, can somebody help me out here? Has anyone ever heard a Democrat talking about it's so cold, like an ice age is coming? It's always global warming. Always global warming, global warming, global warming, global warming, global warming. And now it's climate change? You can't have it both ways, Chucky boy.
Wasn't it in the 80s when they was talking about the ice age was coming back?
Yeah, that was back when people were still stupid. Here's another one. Study finds solar farms could unleash unintended consequences, including global warming. Large-scale solar and wind turbine farms could trigger negative effects on the climate around the world. A new study finds there could be unintended consequences of constructing massive solar farms in deserts around the world. The eye-opening research claims that huge solar farms, such as in the Sahara, could usher in environmental crisis, including altering the climate and global warming. Now, never mind. I
thought we were supposed to be doing that to keep from global warming.
I almost said something I didn't want to say there. The study was carried out by Zheng Yao Lu, son. Zheng Yao Lui, son. A researcher in physical geography at Lund University. And Benjamin Smith, much easier, Ben Smith, Two first names, but Director of Research at the Hawkesbury Institute for Environmental at Western Sydney University. Solar panels are darker colors, such as black and blue, to attract and absorb more heat, but they usually much darker than the ground around the solar panel. So essentially...
So we need to get rid of black and blue vehicles?
I guess. The article notes, in order to replace fossil fuel, solar farms would need to be enormous, covering thousands of square miles, according to this. Well, no joke. No joke. You mean to tell me that in order to replace fossil fuels, we're going to have solar farms the size of Texas? Well, yeah. I think we all knew that. The model revealed that when the size of the solar farm reaches 20% of the total area of the hazard, it triggers a feedback loop. Heat emitted by the darker solar panels compared to the highly reflective desert soil creates a steep temperature difference between the land and the surrounding oceans that ultimately lowers surface air pressure and causes moist air to rise and condense into raindrops. With more monsoon rainfall, plants grow and desert reflects less of the sun's energy since vegetation absorbs light better than sand and soil. With more plants, more water is evaporated, creating a more humid environment. Thus, you create...
Louisiana.
Yeah.
I think hydrogen vehicles are coming in the next decade. We're going to go from batteries to hydrogen. I mean, they're already using fuel cell hydrogen powered. Ain't the space shuttles in them hydrogen?
I don't think so. Connor, are the space shuttles hydrogen?
I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
I think so.
I just don't understand how our... Does anyone have any intentions on calling out the hypocrisy of the left, or is it? I mean, look, I'm trying to understand this. Somebody help me out here. I know some Democrats, and they're not that stupid. I mean, they might be a little more in their feels than a little more emotional based, but they're not stupid people. It doesn't take a smart person to see Chuck Schumer flip on this and say, "Wait a minute, Chuck, you've been saying global warming forever, and now you want to call it climate change?"
They just want an excuse to criticize.
But my point is no one on the left smart enough to call them out. Are Democrats that stupid? Like, are they? I mean, I don't think they're stupid people, are they?
They're savages.
Because if they can't see, no, they're not scientists. They're stupid.
No, savages.
Oh, if they can't see this, they're stupid. If they can't see this, they're stupid. Bottom line, there's no two ways around it. You can't look at this and say, "Oh, that makes sense." There's nobody that can look at this and say, "Oh, okay. Well, that's a good solid argument there. He's right." Now it's all about now the world's getting cold.
Winter is climate change.
It's cold weather.
Summer is global warming.
Well, but people don't follow enough like that.
A cow farted and it started snowing. Like, are you kidding me? This is absurdity.
But he flip-flops on a lot of stuff. So
well, no joke. That's my point. Yeah. That's my point. Is the left not smart enough to see this? Are Democrats this freaking stupid? Like, there's no way. I know some very smart Democrats that have to be smart enough to see this and say, "Wow, that doesn't seem consistent. That's not what he normally says. Why is he changing his opinion?"
Any excuse to criticize. That's it.
I agree, but my question is the same. Is there nobody on the left willing to stand up and say, "This doesn't seem right"? Is there no integrity at all on the left? Zero.
Well, maybe they have, and they've just been hushed.
That's
the only explanation.
It is unbelievable to me that we are at a point where that we can operate with this level of intellectual ignorance and continue to have a position, continue to have a voice. If I talk that crazy, they'd shut me down. They'd shut me down. Maybe I do. Who knows? This is Boomer and the Beard. We'll be right back.
And even our old farm co-host.
Boomer and the Beard. Boomer and the Beard.
Boomer and the Beard.
In any home, cabinets are an instrumental part of your design. So, when you open your current cabinets, what instrument do they play? Wouldn't you rather they sounded like this? They can. It just takes one call to us.
Cabinet Express Online, North Alabama's premier cabinet supplier. Whether you want a complete custom kitchen or some of our RTA line, at Cabinet Express Online, you will get the most value out of your hard-earned money every time. Are you looking for framed or frameless? Either way, in no time at all, your dream kitchen can be a reality. And the only place you should trust to bring that dream to life is Cabinet Express Online. Schedule your free design consultation today with Cabinet Express Online. Call 256-289-7355. That's 289-7355. And online at CabinetExpressOnline.com. Design your custom kitchen today with Cabinet Express Online.
Why are you staring at me?
I know what you did.
What?
You know what you did.
What are you talking about?
The cookie dough. You've been all up in the cookie dough. My cookie dough.
Okay, see, look, what had happened was...
Get your own dough, yo. Get your own dough with Cookie Dough Magic, now open in Huntsville. We all have more, all safe to eat, with no baking required. We have 12 delicious flavors. It's the best of both worlds. Delicious cookie dough, and it's safe to eat. Some of our signature flavors include magic chocolate chip, birthday cake batter, cheesecake dough, salty sweet, peanut butter, and more. It's so good. Get yours today at Cookie Dough Magic. Now open on Jefferson Street North in downtown Huntsville. And check us out online at mycookiedoughmagic.com. Life is short. Mix it up with Cookie Dough Magic.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, the inventor of MyPillow, and like all of you out there, I had problems sleeping. Pillows would go flat, I would flip-flop all night long, I would wake up with a sore neck, maybe a headache, or feel like I needed a nap even though I slept 8 hours. When I invented MyPillow, I wanted it to where you can move the patented fill to give you the exact support you need as an individual, regardless of sleep position. MyPillow will get you into that deep sleep faster, and you will stay there longer. It's not about how much time we spend in bed. It's about how much of that quality sleep we get. I do all of my own manufacturing right here in the United States. I have a 10-year warranty. You can wash and dry MyPillow, and I give you a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. And here's my best offer ever. Buy your premium queen-sized MyPillow for $29.99. That's right, $29.99 for a premium queen-size MyPillow, only $5 more for the king size. Go to MyPillow.com/radio specials. Use promo code BEARD at checkout.
Where is your haircut gone? We know you don't get out as much. You don't drive by your regular Sport Clips and pop in for that MVP haircut experience that is so much more than a haircut. But isn't it worth getting out for? For that legendary hot steam towel for your face, massaging shampoo that makes you melt into your seat. Oh man, you remember that, right? We found your haircut. It's right where you left it. Sport Clips. It's good to be a guy.
Stay informed and entertained all day long. Only on WVNN.
This is Dale Jackson, and you're listening to Boomer and the Beard, the show that survives on your low expectations.
That you have joined us here this morning. It is 11 minutes in studio, and we are glad to have you with us. Be sure that you've gone to Boomer and Beard, anywhere that you guys can, Bonanza that we wanted to, or I'm sorry, the birthday bash that we wanted to throw here in March, and been having issues trying to find, let's see, there's still some political fear around being even not allowed to take possession of a humongous outdoor field because of the Rona. So, bit of a curveball. I didn't expect there to be a roadblock put in the way to use it. And so I am still looking for a site. If you guys have any ideas for a cornhole tournament, little, some live music,
What's the attendance expectation?
I have no idea how many people listen to the show. I mean, I don't know. I was gonna hope for 500, with maybe 150, 250 being, 150 to 250 being many friends. So, if you have any ideas on where we might be able to throw this little shindig,
and nobody wears the mask anymore, and everybody just goes back.
Well, according to Fauci, now if you're both vaccinated, you can hug your family members.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, that's good.
So you have permission from the high priest of health to embrace your family members if you're both vaccinated. Attempted to pull a Mrs. Doubtfire to get their corona vaccine. I'm talking the coronavirus vaccine line. However, the imposter out high speed.
Why would you want to?
Is there any other reason? Yeah, got vaccinated, and then they came. The bonnets, the gloves, the glasses. Pino said some fire workers were helping screen people in line, noticed something fishy, and the sheriff got involved. Wouldn't you hate to be there?
No, Sonny, we're just here for our shot.
They were wearing face masks. Olga Monroy related. The Orange County Sheriff released body cam footage, which is precious, by the way. The deputy walks up and says, "You know what you've done? You've stolen a vaccine from somebody who needs it more than you, and now you're not going to get your second one. So that's a whole waste of time. We were just wasted here on this." Connor, is the vaccine effective if you only have one?
I wouldn't think so.
I think it's like partially effective. Like it's like the efficacy is significantly lower. If you've been vaccinated, 866-494-9866. I'd love to hear from somebody that's taken the vaccine. I'd love to know how you felt after the first one, after the second one. I've not taken it. I don't plan on taking it. But if you've been vaccinated, I'd love to hear from somebody because it seems like it'd be kind of
So if you was the sheriff, I mean, would you be like, okay, I've already had it? Just
no,
get to the
I'd
back
throw
of the
their
line,
A out of the line. 866-494-9866. If you've been vaccinated, I need to hear from you because I want to know what it feels like. I want to know how you feel. I mean, we've got the Ivy League. They've completely canceled their season again. I mean, literally just canceled spring sports. The SEC started playing baseball this weekend, finally. Hallelujah. And my boy Jordan Beck, he's a sophomore at Tennessee. He's from Hazel Green, Alabama. I coached him growing up. He went the opening night and hit a 2 RBI double and a bomb in opening night for University of Tennessee. So shout out to my boy Jordan Beck. And then Javier Vaz is another young man that I coached. They were on the same team. He's playing at Vanderbilt this year. And then McNary, he's an Athens high school product. He's pitching at Alabama this year, was on that team. So I had a pretty solid team. You know, I got a kid at UT Martin on that team. We were pretty good. But shout out to Beck, Vaz, and McNary. Those guys are out there doing it in the SEC. And so we are we're very proud of you boys. Keep it up. But the COVID's has got, I can't go watch my boys play because I can't, it's a family thing only. So,
some of the John Hopkins experts are saying that this should be over by the end of April.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
They're so wishy-washy. I mean, it's like 2 weeks ago.
Hey, do we have a phone call come in?
Fauci was like Christmas.
No, we don't. We don't have a phone call.
Oh,
we
went
did have
over.
One come in, but it dropped.
Oh, somebody was calling us to tell us about their vaccination, and they hung up.
Not about the vaccination. It was he had a couple spots for your birthday party.
Oh, well, good.
Yeah, see if we can get him a call back.
Yeah, that's great. Absolutely. 866-494-9866. It's not a birthday party. It's a birthday bash. Okay, get it right.
Birthday bash.
But if you've been vaccinated, I still want to hear from you. So maybe our listening audience, nobody's been vaccinated. I find that really hard to believe. I've seen the demographic of the show. I know who listens to the show. We got some old people. Nothing wrong with being old. 866.
Old people are up early.
That's right. 866-494-9866. The greatest generation mankind's ever seen. You talking about the 80s? Yeah. But no, I mean, what? The 80s?
Yeah, like born in the 80s or you're in your 80s? Because it sounded like the greatest generation, the 80s, like the 1980s.
Well, the 80s were that was the greatest decade.
that was
the greatest decade.
That was the
greatest
decade
seen.
for sure.
Undefeated in some. That was the decade. That was the generation of people that's undefeated in World Wars, back-to-back World War champions. And now we've got back-to-back impeachment champions. We got
Thug Life,
and so we are. This whole COVID's thing is really kind of screwy to me. I just don't understand. One, go get the vaccine or don't, but don't fake it. Okay. It looks like we got a phone call coming in. Let's see. We got Greg on line one. Is Greg, have you been vaccinated? Is that why you're calling?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so tell me how it went. But I want to know the first shot, how you felt, second shot, how you felt. Walk me through this thing.
Well, I work for the hospital, so we pretty much have to be vaccinated. The first shot, I was sore, had some muscle cramps, but you were in the military, so if you ever got the typhoid shot,
I did.
Not even close to that.
Okay. And then on the second shot, I mean, I've heard some people. Which one did you get, Pfizer or Moderna?
Pfizer.
Okay, and so I've heard from some Pfizer people that the second shot, you actually get pretty, like you got some symptoms, like they felt pretty sick after the second one. Did you have any of those experiences?
I did not have those symptoms. Some of my coworkers had those symptoms. They felt like they were at the beginning of getting the flu, just a little bit sore and achy, but it went away quick.
Okay. And then do you know the efficacy if you only were to get, say, the first shot, and like this story we've been talking about with these idiots in Florida where they snuck into line, they were pulled out of line before they could get their second shot. Is there any efficacy with just having one shot?
I've heard somewhere around 50, 60%, nowhere near the 95.
Okay. All right, Greg. Well, thank you for sharing your experience with us. You got some guys over here that are just kind of meh on the whole vaccine thing. So I'm glad to hear that it was a good experience. And again, I mean, it's his. I mean, it's his. He works in an environment where it makes sense, right? And so his employer made it. They made it a requirement, and that's the employer absolutely has the right to do that. And so, I mean, that's awesome. I'm glad it was good for him, something I'm probably not going to partake in for a little while. But, I don't even update my phone when the new software comes out. I'm definitely not taking the first RNA vaccine of its kind ever. But that's just one man's opinion. This is Boomer and the Beard, Monday morning edition. We'll see you guys in the morning.
WVN.